Hi my frogs, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry if this uploading is a little bit late. Just some stuff came up, to say the least. And today we're going to be reading Agatsuma Bloodlines Lightning and Thunder, or by KitKat_ her creator on AO3. Today we'll be reading chapters, and I can't believe I'm saying these numbers. 6 and 7. Haha, have some fun right now. Not saying that again. Doing this so that there's actually some more content and per videos. Anyways, let's dive right into it. Chapter 6. It's no panic. Summary. I'm back. There's probably going to be more chapters started soon. Procrastination is the best creative motivator. Do not count on any uploading schedule. That is a setup for disappointment. And once again, the fic is rated general audiences. The creator chose not to use any archive warnings. At the moment, it has about 5,687 words and 8 chapters with more to come. Well, let's dive right into it. All these episodes serve nothing more than to confuse Denki. Episodes where Denki forgets which name belongs to him. Episodes where he hallucinates a whole other life alongside his own. Sometimes just flat out replacing his actual life. At least he assumes it's a hallucination thing. If not, then that just spells more trouble than a hallucination quirk. Or thing he was told the little girl he saved last week had. What once was every so often is now almost daily. It's like getting possessed, but not. He remembers it all afterwards, but usually not in the moment. He's fully conscious every time, and the worst part is about these episodes that everything feels so real as well. Like every memory belongs to him completely. It's almost as if he can taste the onigiri with the people he remembers then. Telling everyone would be like admitting that he's clinically insane. He'd be treated like glass, or worse, like he's the bull in a china shop. So far, it's only been one day at most, which is probably why the second one caught him off guard. After school, Mina had a great idea to have a nice picnic dinner outside the dormitory and celebrate the end of internships. Never mind that most of everyone has been done for a week or two now. Dinner consisted mostly of fruits and charcuterie supplies. No one cared enough to bring a board, but Rikido brought pastries along too. Denki sat with Izuku, Hitoshi, and Katsuki as he eats. Everyone else running off in a game of frisbee / hide and seek. It's unclear who exactly is playing what, but seeing as now Hanta is high in a tree while also tossing a frisbee is a good possibility that most people are playing both at the same time. Peach in hand, Denki sits on the picnic blanket, eggs tossed over Izuku's legs, and back against Hitoshi's side. The spring breeze is nice, the sun casting a golden filter over everything. It's peaceful for the first time in a while. Hell, he doesn't even have patrol or anything tonight. No missions or anything. Taking another bite of his fruit, he nudges his boyfriend's side. The peaches at my grandma's orchard taste better, he mumbles. The boy's pressed against his side hums in confused amusement as he continues. I should take you one day again. You'd love it. Though Kaigaku would never give us trouble. Gathering no reply, Zenitsu elbows his boyfriend lightly again, not noticing how the taller boy stilled. Hey, I'm still talking to you, he huffs. Don't you want to see my home? Rude, Tanjiro, what about you? Zenitsu was expecting someone different when he looked up, but he's met a concerned stare from a green-eyed boy. He knows somehow. He can't quite place him, but it's just so close. Me? No, me though? Denki, what are you talking about? The boy asks, leans forward a bit, causing Zenitsu to lean back into Genya. More, Genya shifts back to him, causing Zenitsu to fall onto his lap and gaze up at him. Though it's not Genya either, but someone else. He feels the same fondness for. Toshi? Zenitsu, no, Denki, mumbles. Hitoshi looks away, leaving the boy in his lap stunned for a moment as his brain reconnects. Babe, what's going on? A hand flicks Denki, a square in the eyes. You were calling mindfuck by some other man's name, asshole! A new voice catches him up. Katsuki, he realizes. Oh shit! Toshi, I didn't mean anything by it, I swear! Denki immediately starts blabbering, but it doesn't do too much. Hitoshi gets up, leaving Denki lying on the ground. I'm getting water. He mumbles lamely as he stalks off. Oh shit, is all Denki can say, covering his face with his hands. Izuku continues staring in concern while Katsuki reaches over and to take another strawberry. So that was chapter 6. And I'm about to be doing chapter 7. Haha, very funny. I get it. Chapter 7. Makeups and Mix-Ups. Summary. An apology, confession, and most importantly, I'm sorry, Pop-Tarts. Notes. Okay, I present to you guys my poor attempt at romance and a relationship. It was supposed to be out for Valentine's, but that didn't happen. Happy late Valentine's Day! See the end of chapter for more notes. That night, Denki lays in his bed, wide awake, his Pikachu plushie held tight in his chest as Denki lays on his side, staring at the walls like they hold all the answers to his problems. Hitoshi never came back to the picnic, and Denki feels guilty for that. He knows he fucked up. God, he knows. Hitoshi's face replays in his mind over and over again. He was hurt, and it was Denki's fault. It's his fault for trying to hide from him. It's his fault for calling Toshi by the wrong name. It's his fault for hurting Hitoshi. It's all his fault. Hitoshi deserves better. He deserves so much better than what Denki could ever get him. He deserves a partner that doesn't lie to him. One who doesn't call out for another one that would never hurt him. But Denki is selfish. He can't let the other boy go. He could never bring himself to. Hitoshi is his boy. Nothing could ever change that. It leaves no other choice then. Groaning quietly, Denki sits himself up and checks the clock. 1:27 a.m. Great. Most people are well asleep by now. Swinging his legs off the bed, Denki puts on his slippers before venturing out of his room, by the dimmed hallway before venturing into the echoing stairs. Pikachu still held under his arm, the blonde peeks his head out into the common area. All clear. Padding softly, there's no way. He makes his way to the kitchen, peering around the corner, heard to check. Not clear, abort! Kaminari? His teacher calls out quietly, holding a cup under the running sink. What are you doing? His cover is blown. Abort mission. Aizawa Sensei noticed. Nothing, Sensei? Denki mumbles, stepping into the open, with his eyes on the floorboards. Guilt floods his veins as he was caught doing something illegal, and not just coming downstairs to the kitchen at night. Just trying to find something to apologize with, he adds, barely loud enough to be a whisper. Something to apologize with? Aizawa questions, sounding a little confused. Curse his hero-trained ears. The water is shut off and the cup is put on the counter. Yeah. Denki agrees, his thumb rubbing in his stuffy. Denki has to clear his throat to get rid of how his heart lodged up there. Just normal apologizing won't fix it this time, I don't think. I fucked up with Toshi and gotta make it right. He can feel Aizawa's eyes looking him over, and he suddenly feels very exposed in only his boxers and shirt. There's no way he'll let him go, right? Denki will get questioned, then he'll get tested, and then people will think he's crazy, and he'll get kicked out of UA and put into an asylum, and then he'll never be able to apologize, and then Aizawa sighs. I'm not gonna ask you what you did. He stares. He starts, finally letting Denki breathe again. And I don't expect you to tell me, but it's admirable you're willing to do something to make up for it. I trust you will respect Hitoshi's boundaries. Denki nods quickly. Although it's not a direct threat, he knows better to mess with Aizawa when it comes to Hitoshi. Aizawa nods, taking his water and walking back towards his room. Good night, Denki. Denki barely mumbles something back in return before making a beeline to pilfer the kitchen cabinets. Not 15 minutes later, Denki has a bowl of fruit snacks and Pop-Tarts in his hand, walking down onto the boys' third-floor hallway. His heart is in his throat, his mind swirling. What do I even say? Sorry I got possessed by a stone-age teenager every so often? I swear I'm not cheating you, I'm just clinically insane? Static clings to Denki's hair as he speed walks towards his boyfriend's door. He doesn't give himself of time to hesitate, knocking rapidly on the door, or ignoring how he's sparking against the doorknob. By the 15th knock, the door creaks open, a mess of purple hair and tired eyes melting Denki. Even so disheveled, Hitoshi finds a way to pull it off. Denki can't help but stare a bit, but it appears that he stared too long since Hitoshi's trying to close the door again. Instantly, Denki throws his shoulder against the door. No, no. Oh, wait, hold on, please, Toshi! Denki pleads, still holding the plate. It's surprisingly easy to overpower Hitoshi. It's surprising to them both. Denki eases up on his part so he's not barging in, even though he really wants to. Please, babe, can I come in? Please, please, please. Pretty please. Oh, God, fine. The door swings open and Denki's about to fall flat on his face when he just manages to right himself without spilling the snacks, which he immediately turns and shouts towards Hitoshi with nervous enthusiasm. Hitoshi raises an eyebrow and hesitantly takes the plate, eyeing the strange mix of items with pure confusion. Denki bows his head as he speaks, partly to show how guilty he feels, partly to hide tears and avoid seeing Hitoshi upset. Listen, Hitoshi, I'm so sorry for what happened earlier and what's been happening. I'm really sorry. You deserve so much better than that. I shouldn't have called you by that name. I swear. You're my one and only. I'm so sorry. He hadn't realized how far down he'd gone until Hitoshi took him by his shoulders, forcing him upright. Okay, stop. Listen, it's not your fault, okay? Not entirely, I guess. I knew something was up with you, Tanks. I knew something was wrong, but I figured you would come to me with it if you wanted help. I just got jealous, okay? I got jealous when you kept asking for that other person, Gen, or whatever his name is instead of me. I'm just selfish. I guess I want to be the person you want. As much as Hitoshi wanted that to be an apology, Denki's eyes just shone brighter with tears. Sadness and frustration well up, and finally Denki lets it all bubble out. I'm sorry, Hito. I can't keep it up any longer, okay? I have these episodes, right? And I forget everything. And I remember things that I don't know or shouldn't know, like people and memories and families and friends and a different name and a different boyfriend whose name is Ganya. He's tough and he cares and I feel safe with him and I think you're him during these episodes because you're tough and I've always felt completely safe with you. And when I can't remember anything. But that's good God game. It's so hard to wake up in a different place with a different top and to things you don't know. And I think I'm just what I call you. I'm called Zenitsu Shaw Octout. Oh, his tearful rant by familiar strong arms around him, one holding him and the other cradling his head into the boy's shoulder. Tears smudged his shirt, his hands damp from where he was covering his eyes. But right now he couldn't care less if it's Genya or Hitoshi. Denki, he knows he's safe to be. He's safe to be, safe to feel, right here. Hitoshi, for his part, is both affectionate and very concerned. On one hand, Denki had admitted to always feeling safe and loved, even when everything goes to shit. But on the other hand, his boyfriend sounds schizophrenic. At least he wouldn't if these episodes, as what he calls them, were all different. Hitoshi rubs up and down Denki's back and calms down, slowly having worked himself up a lot, and to think Hitoshi was just walling up in his own self-pity 30 minutes ago. Finally, once Denki had himself back under control, Hitoshi speaks up. Babe, I think we need to tell somebody. He can feel how Denki tenses slightly in his arms, taking a deep, stuttering breath. Like Eiji? That almost made Hitoshi laugh, if only for the absurdity of it. No, I mean like an adult. Denki just shakes his head, hiding his face into Hitoshi's chest more. No, I can't. I can't. I'd be treated like a lunatic. I'd get put out from her except for sure. No one would believe anything I say anymore. I can't. He emphasizes, the hand on his back continues rubbing down. You know Aizawa would never let that happen, right? He'd kick you out for something like this. Still, Denki shakes her head. No, not yet. Please, Hitoshi. Hitoshi decides. Okay, fine. Maybe we can log it. And like for what I do for my migraines, just figure out what causes it and tell me when it happens, okay? Denki nods as another thought comes to Hitoshi. We should tell the others. What? We need to tell our friends. They deserve to know as well. Plus, if you don't want to tell Aizawa, you're going to have an actual support group to pick up the slack. After a moment, Denki relates. Okay. We'll tell them, tomorrow night, probably. Long moments pass in silence before Hitoshi pulls away, wiping his boyfriend's eyes. Denki sighs, leaning into his hand. Can I sleep here? He mumbles, exhausted from this ordeal. Hitoshi just hums and nods. Of course, babe. That night, Hitoshi dreams of guns, demons, of rocks, and giant mentors, of a boy named Genya Shinazagawa. Notes. It's my apology for hurting these boys so much. It's also an apology for what I may do in the future. Sorry! Okay, my frogs, so that was chapters 7 and 6 of Agatsuma Bloodlines, Lightning and Thunder. Again, really sorry for this video being late. The next couple ones, I'm going to try and make them on time. Bye!